And for boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm the Obscurian Joe PT, and for today what I have in here it is Agony. So Agony, it is a game that it was on early access for quite some time, and it is developed by the Mad Mind Studio. I think it's their first game. I didn't investigate properly, to be honest, and it is using Unreal Engine 4. So I will talk a little bit more about the game in the future, okay, a little bit more forward into the video, but because first I want to talk to you about what graphical settings I'm using to play this game and what performance can you expect. So I think the best options to play this game it is with 720p, go with the absolutely minimum settings with the exception of one single thing, the textures. You might be asking why the hell I have the texture set to ultra instead of low. This is because I noticed a very weird problem with this game, that it is the lower you have the textures, the more stuttering you will get in this game. So if I set the textures to ultra, the game actually stutters less. The problem is, despite it stutters less than the rest of the settings, what really happens is this game has some concerning problems with stuttering. This is quite often in Unreal Engine games, but in this game this is really bad because the game even stops for seconds, okay, and that's really a shame. And if you have the textures on low, medium, it's even worse. So that's why I'm using ultra textures and enjoying better textures than the low settings and even having less stuttering or better performance. So if you want to enjoy a performance above 30 frames per second with the graphic cards listed on the title of the video, in my opinion you should go with the low settings, whatever. If you go with 768p or with 720p, both of them will provide you an average above 30 frames per second, which will make the game playable most of the time, okay? The only downside is that it's not really always above 30 frames per second. There will be some drops here and there, and so that's why I recommend to go with 720p, because you will have more time above 30 frames per second than at 768p. And if you want, you might want to go with the median settings, but I don't really recommend you, because the game will spend most of its time below 30 frames per second, and I don't think that it's that good. To be honest, you earn some graphically improvements, like in post-processing, you get motion blur, film grain, depth of field, and you actually get shadows and some lightning effects, but to be honest, the game doesn't make too much usage of these effects, I mean the shadows and lightning, because it seems that they rely more on shaders and normal maps, and you can have all of that even with the low settings, so it's not a big deal to be playing with the low settings in this game, of course with the textures on ultra. So my personal suggestion again is for you to play with the low settings, 720p if you can, okay, and that should be just fine for you in order to play. The only downside, like I told you before, is that this game stutters a lot, and sometimes the game even stops for a second when you are traversing from place to place, or when it's quick saving or something like that, which is really disappointing. And I really hope the dev team try out to fix up this issue, or at least try to alleviate this issue, because this is really bad in my opinion, okay? So regarding gameplay, I'm not really sure what to talk about. I didn't play that much of the game, but for me it seems like an Amnesia or some sort of Outlast game, but set in hell. I think graphics wise and the environment and everything, it's very well done. It's very dark side. I think it really captures what it is supposed to be in hell. So I think it's a very good job, and congratulations Mad Mind Studios for that. But regarding gameplay, most of the users are not really satisfied. I think I share the same thoughts as most of the community. The gameplay could be better, despite I didn't play that much. I think it's not really exciting, okay, it could be a little bit better in my opinion. And it seems that the entire community, it is a little bit mixed up with whatever, if they enjoy the game or not. If you go to the Steam page, you will notice that the half of the people don't recommend the game and the other half do recommend the game. So it's a little bit strange. People are really divided about this game, and I'm not really sure if the developers are aware of that, but probably they are, because the price for this game It's not really expensive. Actually, it's very cheap. You can buy this game for around 26 euros, which I think it's very cheap for the type of game that it is. Okay, so it's nice. But if you want to get it even more cheaper, you can get it through Kinguin. I have a link on the description, and if you go through that link, you should be able to find better prices than on Steam. Okay, probably not now. I'm not really sure what's the price in there by now, because that is always changing. But if you wait like 1 week or something, I'm pretty sure you should be able to get much better prices than on Steam. Okay, so I guess that's all that I want to talk about Agony. Hope you did enjoy the video so far. If you have any question, just leave a comment on the comment section of the video. I will gladly reply to you when I have time to. Okay, and I guess that's it. So I'm going to shut up myself in here, and I'm going to let you enjoy a little bit more of gameplay, because I recorded until certain place, and if you don't want to get spoiled, just close the video. So guys, thank you a lot for watching, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
Didn't foresee this, did it, fucking asshole? Son of the whore. What the fuck? No! No! I curse you, Amberfell! Ah! Be down!
Do you really think that you're worthy of my favor? You're not even able to make a sacrifice to me. Surrender, as all others you knew.
It's not me. It's the only way they stop liking us. I'm gone. Whatever you see, it's not me. It's the only way they stop plaguing us.
Memories. Sanctuary of Falls and Agony. So much sin in flesh. It's so disappointing.
sudden movement, as if they saw everything. Once I saw one of them give up the chase for meat because fire was more alluring. Maybe he just wanted to warm himself. There is something in fire that attracts these beasts. I wouldn't become too attached to that torch. Don't become too attached to fire. You too? Why? The cathedral on the hill. The cathedral of bones, of corpses, of bodies like yours. Millions of bodies. You will never learn.
We're here. Guilty. We're all guilty. You can't believe anyone. We're here. Guilty. We're all guilty. You can't believe anyone. We're here. Guilty. We're all guilty. You can't believe anyone.
What's the matter, old man? You feel lost? Fulfill the ritual. Bring together all of the skulls and escape from this mind maze.